Hey guys, Trevor Boone from Emerald City Guitars. My pick of the day is this ridiculously clean 1952 Telecaster. So this instrument debuted in 1951. That's when the first Telecasters were made. A lot of people believe it's 52 just because 52 is reissued. It's kind of the famous year for them. At that point, they had this model perfected. They had switched names a couple times from Broadcaster to Nocaster, and then finally the Telecaster, and this is 1952 Tadeo Gomez. Perfect example. When I say Tadeo Gomez, I mean that the neck and the body were signed off by Tadeo. He worked in the factory in the 50s. He wore many hats there. He was a finish sander, also shaped some necks, and some people can basically just feel up here and know who carved it. I can sometimes. I hope that there's some truth to that, but Tadeo Gomez is just a great name to see in the neck pocket as well as the neck. He was doing great work back there, and this is an example of his fine craftsmanship. This guitar weighs in at 7 pounds, 11 ounces, completely unaltered. So you have the original wiring, which is bridge, neck, and then the fixed treble roll-off, so really bassy sound. I think they were trying to accomplish kind of a jazz tone. It's almost unusable. I've seen some of the comments that some guys love it, so that's awesome. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. Most guys will, set these up with modern wiring, so you have bridge, both, neck. That's what I did on mine, but it's always nice to see them unaltered. That means that no one has got inside there and monkeyed around. No hillbilly back alley tech tried to fix it up in the 80s. This is original, 1952. Original ashtray with the solder splatter, which we talked about a couple episodes ago. For those of you who missed it, they put a little solder splatter on the inside of that. That's where they hung up the cover just to plate it. So anyways, full package. This is seriously just an ridiculous example. We got so excited about this guitar. We got a bunch of really cool Fenders in last Friday, and this one we couldn't wait to clean up, get strung up, and show you guys. A couple things about this guitar, other than just being in magnificent shape. Tuners are fully functional, frets still have life to them. Somebody babied this, played it a little bit here. You can see a little bit of wear on the bridge plate, but they protected that bridge pickup, and it's just outstanding. It's a little bit of that amber color, which it just has not faded. A lot of these get raw down to the wood, almost like an old baseball bat. This one still has that awesome finish on it. It's a little bit more that butterscotch. It looks a little bit newer compared to the almost translucent see-through finishes that you see a lot of times. This is definitely the most preserved example that we have in right now. So anyone who's trying to complete a crazy guitar collection or a Fender freak who's got some money to spend, this is the dream machine. It is awesome. You'll see a couple other cool examples come up, but I wanted to start with this one just because the color, the weight, just how complete it is. It's just a superb example, and I love it. Couple things I noticed about this one, it is a twangy guitar, so that bridge there is really gonna encompass the cool bright telly tone. The neck sounds awesome on this one, and of course you have that position that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's there, it's original. So anyways, really cool guitar that is just very cowboy, and I love it. You have the single line cloisons here. Beautiful matching set that are really in great shape and function perfectly. Anyways, I'm a Telecaster freak, as most of you probably know by now, and this is just an absolutely outstanding example. Original case, like I said, which is in pretty dang good shape. I noticed a couple of latches are getting a little funky, but a little bit of the wrap is coming off, but it's 1952. It's been around a long time, and it did its job of protecting this amazing guitar, and it still holds up. One thing that you might not know, or you might notice on these, is if you ever see this and realize that that's not perfectly aligned, that's how it should be. Every single 50s Tele from this era is just a little bit offset, has a little bit of hang right there. Just something that if you never noticed, some of the reissues do that as well, and I've had people go, what the heck, this neck doesn't match up to this body, that's how it's supposed to be. They've, some of the custom shops, they portray that for you, and some of them don't. But the original ones, that is perfect. That's what you want to see. 54 Tweed Deluxe, wide panel. I go back and forth with these. These are kind of the early ones that guys are playing lap steel through, or just quiet guitar, so they don't bark as much as the narrow panels. Has the original speaker in it, replace handle, but everything there and it's totally rock and roll, man. You can bring that in the studio. It makes a nice corner piece to your office or bedroom. It just looks beautiful. I'm sold on anything tweed, so yeah, it rocks. Again, that's a wide panel 54 Tweed Deluxe. Looks real nice with that 52 Tele. All right, we're gonna have Ian Crawford come in and demonstrate this thing for you. Again, we're gonna plug this 52 Fender Telecaster, completely original, unaltered, through this 54 wide panel Tweed Deluxe. Thank you so much for watching. That was a 1952 Fender Telecaster, completely stock, through this 54 Tweed Deluxe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.